So last week we took our family to Florida for Christmas break. The gift Amy and I decided to give our parents for Christmas was a 2.5-hour evening dinner cruise into Tampa Bay in the Gulf of Mexico. As we neared the end of our cruise and our meal, my stepmom, Anne, asked me if I thought it would be appropriate for her to give our server a New Testament. I said, well, absolutely. So as our server came back to the table, Anne pulled out a Gideon's New Testament Bible. The server graciously accepted the gift and thanked Anne for her kindness. Well, a few minutes later, Amy and I walked outside to the bow of the boat to enjoy the sea breeze and watch the city lights as we made our way back into the harbor. As we're standing there, taking in the last few moments of this dinner cruise, I overheard another couple having a conversation. They were talking about my stepmom, Anne, and the fact that she gave a New Testament to the server. Now, they obviously didn't realize we were related to her because they began to mock her and actually poke fun at her because she felt compelled to give a Bible to a complete stranger. At that moment, I thought, this is a perfect picture of the way our culture perceives biblical evangelical Christianity. It's seen as odd or strange or even weird. But you know what? That's okay. So how is a Christian to live faithfully in a culture in which we find ourselves? How can a Christian live in such a way that transforms the culture without being conformed to that culture? To that end, this Sunday, I'm beginning a brand new sermon series here at Lookout Valley Baptist Church. I've entitled it, Engage, Communicating Radical Truth in a Rapidly Changing Culture. I think all of us would agree that the culture in which we live is rapidly changing. The moral convictions and ethical standards that once defined us as a people are shifting before our eyes. Just in my lifetime, I've seen the culture evolve from the predominant Judeo-Christian ethic to now what I would describe as an anything-goes ethic. It wasn't long ago when the majority of people determined right from wrong by means of an objective standard, the Bible or the Ten Commandments. Well, those days are long gone. Today, I would say the prevailing grid people use to decide if something is right or wrong would be this question: does it make me happy? Does it make me happy? It's as if our personal happiness is the ultimate and conclusive determiner of right and wrong. Just last week, I questioned the wisdom of someone's major life decision, and the response was, well, at least they're happy. Really? Is the subjective feeling of happiness how we forever determine wisdom or morality or truth or what is right? So back to the purpose of this series. How does a Christian live faithfully and purposefully on mission with God in this rapidly changing culture? The word I've come around is engage. We must learn to engage the culture. Now, this series is what I would describe as topositional. It's both topical and expositional in nature. Well, here are some of the topics that we'll be considering: abortion, racism, homosexuality, poverty, divorce and remarriage, the entertainment world, orphans. These are all hot button issues, right? But let me tell you where we're not going with these topics and in these sermons. This is not going to be a series where I give you ammunition for your Bible bazooka that you might blow away people who disagree with you. And even though this is a presidential election year, this is not going to be a series that's all about getting out the conservative evangelical vote. Again, the title of this series is Engage. Each week we will consider how we can engage our culture, how we can engage people around us, how we can engage our family, friends, neighbors, coworkers with truth through each of these topics. To what end? And for what purpose? Well, in order that we might ultimately point them not to a point of view, not to a political position or platform, but ultimately point them to a person, Jesus Christ and His gospel. Well, if you go to our website, lookoutvalley.org, and click on the Engage banner, you'll find a listing of all the topics and the corresponding dates when I'll be preaching and considering each one. I hope you'll make plans now to join us. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday as we learn how to engage, communicate radical truth with a rapidly changing culture.